Good evening. You're watching Fine Print. I'm Molly Gambhir. More than 15 days after being put in a medically induced coma, the Berlin hospital where Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny is admitted has now confirmed that he is out of coma. According to the hospital, Navalny is responding to stimulation through verbal communication. The hospital is now planning to wean him off mechanical ventilation over a period of time. Doctors say it's too early to ascertain whether Navalny will suffer long-term effects due to the poisoning. His wife, in fact, earlier confirmed to the hospital that it would be in Navalny's interest to release the health updates to the public. The UK Foreign Office has summoned the Russian envoy to Britain to express concern over the poisoning incident. The British government said it was completely unacceptable that a banned chemical agent was used to poison someone inside Russia. The Berlin hospital, remember, found traces of Novichok, a Soviet-era nerve agent. Navalny's family and spokesperson have been accusing the Kremlin of poisoning him. And that case, Alexei Navalny's alleged poisoning incident, is now being directly linked to a crucial project. The poisoning case has led the German officials to review the Nord Stream 2 gas pipeline project. Germany had been supporting the project, but over the weekend, the country's foreign minister raised questions. The German Chancellor Angela Merkel's spokesperson said she agrees with the minister. These comments cast a shadow over the future of that pipeline project that is now more than 90% complete. Let's take a closer look at what this project is all about. It is a twin set of 1,230-kilometer gas pipelines. It can carry 55 billion cubic meters of gas from Russia to Germany every year. A Russian company has estimated the total cost of the project at around $10 billion. The pipeline runs parallel to the existing Nord Stream. The project will take the combined capacity of the pipelines to 110 billion cubic meters. That is more than half of the company's total gas exports to Europe. Why is the project this controversial? It was proposed more than a decade ago. In 2016, 8 EU leaders wrote to the European Commission highlighting that the project posed energy security risks to the European Union. Critics say the project will increase Europe's reliance on Russia. Some fear that Russia could use the project to exert political or economic pressure on governments across Europe. The US has fiercely opposed the project. The US State Department has said Nord Stream 2 is a tool that Russia is using to support its continued aggression against Ukraine. The alleged poisoning of Alexei Navalny may be the final nail in the coffin of the controversial gas pipeline project, the fate of which now remains uncertain. Germany says it may pull the plug on that multi-billion euro project if Russia fails to thoroughly investigate the Alexei Navalny poisoning case. A Kremlin-linked businessman has redefined what it means to be a cutthroat money lender. On the 26th of August, as Alexei Navalny, the Russian opposition leader, was battling for his life following that poisoning incident, Yevgeny Perogin bought $1.2 million worth of liabilities from Navalny's anti-graft foundation. He is now promising to ruin Alexei Navalny and his allies if he recovers. Navalny and Prigozhin are longtime rivals. The businessman has been the target of multiple investigations by Navalny's anti-corruption foundation. Prigozhin owns a catering company which used to service the Kremlin. He has also been linked to a private military firm. Last year, the two men were involved in a legal battle. Navalny alleged that a school catering firm linked to Perogin was not adhering to the standards. The company successfully sued Navalny's foundation, and the court ordered him to pay $1.2 million in damages. This poisoning episode has not changed Pyrogin's attitude towards Alexei Navalny. He intends to reclaim the complete amount owed by Navalny and his backers. This is what Pyrogin said while Navalny was still comatose and battling for his life. I'm quoting now. I intend to strip this group of unscrupulous people of their clothes and shoes. If Comrade Navalny kicks the bucket, I personally do not intend to persecute him in this world, unquote. Pyrogin is playing a cruel joke, it seems, on Alexei Navalny. Recently, he wired $13,000 to the Berlin hospital where the Russian opposition leader is admitted and undergoing treatment. The payment was earmarked for Navalny's treatment. Pyrogin intends to move the court against Navalny if he recovers, but is open to delaying the repayment if he does not survive this poisoning attempt. The crackdown on opposition leaders in Belarus continues. Opposition leader Maria Kolesnikova has now been detained by the authorities after thwarting an expulsion from Belarus. According to the news reports coming in, Kolesnikova deliberately ripped up her passport and foiled an attempt to deport her to Ukraine. She had been missing for the past 24 hours. However, two other opposition leaders who had gone missing around the same time as her entered Ukraine today. Kolesnikova has been a prime figure in the protests over the re-election of the authoritarian Belarusian President Alexander Lukashenko. Her fate had been a mystery since supporters said she was snatched in the street by masked men. A snatching incident took place on Monday. With the detention of Kolesnikova and the arrest of several other opposition leaders, Lukashenko is attempting to silence the protesters. But even now, there seems to be no sign of demonstrations slowing down anytime soon. A video of the executive secretary of the opposition's coordination council saying that he is leaving for the country for some time has now surfaced on a Belarusian news site. Ivan Kravtskov attempted to cross into Ukraine overnight alongside Kolesnikova and another member of the opposition's council. Belarusian border officials say Kolesnikova was detained while trying to cross the border.
Я принял решение покинуть территорию страны, и сейчас мы, в том числе Мария Колесникова, будем пересекать границу Республики Беларусь и покинем ее на некоторое время.
Meanwhile, an opposition council member has claimed that only 2 members of a coordination council are still free and in Belarus. He said that 5 other members of the council have been detained or forced to leave the country.
Из Координационного совета фактически на свободе остаюсь я, и в Беларуси остаюсь я и Светлана Алексеевич, но Светлана Алексеевич по состоянию здоровья не принимает активное участие в деятельности. Такое происходит у нас сейчас каждый день. Задерживают людей. У нас более 600 человек задержано вчера, по сведениям Министерства внутренних дел, за участие в мирных акциях.
Belarusians have turned out to protest in huge numbers over the last month to protest against the election results that gave Lukashenko a landslide victory. Lukashenko has been in power for 26 years. He denies the electoral fraud. In fact, says he has no intention of stepping down.